I believe everybody is shocked by the recent tragedy at River Valley High School. It is my hope that with this video, many of you guys out there watching will find some answers to the questions that you have in your mind. What is very important in a case involving murder is the age of the offender. It makes a big difference. The minimum age of criminal responsibility in Singapore is 10 years old. If you are between the age of 10 to 12 and you lack the maturity to understand the nature and consequences of your offending behavior, you will not be put through the rigors of our criminal justice system. But anything above 12 years old, you can be liable. From that age all the way until below 16 years old, if you are found to have committed an offense, you can be charged in our youth court. And from 16 onwards, you can be charged in our state courts. But of course, there remains a category of very, very serious and grave offenses such as kidnapping, rape, murder, drug trafficking. Such cases eventually will be dealt with in the High Court. There are 4 types of murders in Singapore, essentially Section 300A, B, C, and D of the Penal Code. Only Section 300A of the Penal Code, upon conviction, carries the mandatory death penalty. As for Section 300B, C, and D of the Penal Code, it can either be life imprisonment and may also be liable for caning or the death penalty. If at the time of murder, the offender is 18 years old and above, the person is looking at either the death penalty or life imprisonment. If at the time of murder, the offender was below the age of 18 years old, the offender cannot be sentenced to the death penalty, but instead be given a sentence of life imprisonment and might also be liable for caning. So when it comes to caning, if you are 16 years old and below, you can only be caned a maximum limit of 10 strokes and only with a light rattan. If you are above the age of 16 years old, you can be given up to a maximum stroke limit of 24 strokes, and with a rattan cane measuring 1.27 centimeters in diameter. Caning in Singapore cannot be done in installments. It must all be administered at one go. So cannot 2 strokes every month, must one shot. If you get 24 strokes, it will be 24 strokes at one go. Life imprisonment in Singapore means living out your natural life in prison. So that is the default position. In practice, you have to serve out at least 20 years before you are eligible for a parole interview at, of course, the